after the age of truth, the revealing is the scab being pulled off, and then the healing can begin.
The world is going to crumble when they see this next arrest. In the meantime, there's going to be distractions and fires to hide evidence. Watch for it, ask questions, demand answers.
Now, this isn't just anybody's house that's burned down in the LA fires. This is P. Diddy's house that's burned. Oh, and there was supposed to be an investigation in 2 days' time.
At 4:32 p.m., we received a 911 call that a suspect was attempting to light a fire in the community of Woodland Hills and was being detained by residents. Officers from LAPD's Topanga area responded and took that suspect into custody.
Diddy's criminal case may have some implications, according to Katt Williams, who has returned to the spotlight. Relates to the current fires in California, and while it may sound crazy, the receipts that have been making the rounds over the past 2 weeks are genuinely unsettling. Been struck by enormous wildfires that destroyed entire communities, claimed over 20 lives, displaced tens of thousands of people, and killed numerous wild animals. Billions in damages, pets hurt or destroyed, and although investigators haven't yet formally disclosed what or who started the wildfires, the internets. Numerous ideas are already circulating, but the one that is getting the most momentum claims that the Hollywood elites are destroying evidence by using these fires. It turns out that a number of Hollywood estates burned down exactly when well-known celebrities were in the midst of the Diddy and Jay-Z litigation, which is allegedly connected to them. Lawsuits, financial drama, or scandals. You may recall the 2018 Malibu fire or the 2012 Maui wildfires, as both of these incidents resulted in several properties being destroyed. The ground, even if the people next door were unaffected, it was all very suspicious, and now the Katt is implying that something similar might be occurring in LA, and this was co-signed by more than just Katt. Months ago, Theory Carter, the young lady who said she was a victim of Hollywood elites, instructed her followers to keep an eye out for the fire because these influential people will do everything it takes to hide their wrongdoings, as some celebrities, like Chris Brown, have stated. Something about these fires doesn't seem right. Therefore, might they be an attempt to destroy evidence that would implicate certain well-known Hollywood personalities? The Diddy scandal, let's dissect what Katt actually said about all of this.
Worldwide government is way smarter than we give them credit for because they have us believing they don't do nothing. But the truth is, like there's no such thing as the government is in bed with the internet. No, the internet is a government installation.
At least 24 people have died, and over 12,000 buildings have been destroyed in only 1 week due to the horrific wildfires tearing through Los Angeles. Although it's devastating, this is where things become crazy. The source of these fires has been the subject of numerous speculations on the internet, and while some of these, many individuals believe that the political and film elites purposefully set these notions up because some of them are so bizarre that they will make you blink. Before the Diddy trial begins in May, fires are being set to conceal embarrassing evidence. Even former public official Catherine Austin Fitts has increased the heat on this theory, and she asked why so many celebrities connected to Diddy were able to protect their homes while the houses next door burned down. Fitts served as George H.W. Bush's Assistant Secretary of Housing and Urban Development in the United States and discussed this thesis on a She mentioned in a recent edition of her podcast as she observed a trend when examining what homes were damaged and who able to safeguard their property.
I want to see what I usually look at in situations like this is I look at the patterns of who got wiped out and how. And one of the first questions, I'll be honest, that I'm going to look at when I look at some of the communities involved is how many of the homeowners were on the P. Diddy list.
Since Homeland Security evaluated Diddy remarks in Miami and Los Angeles back in March, Fitts' list of Diddy has been a hot topic on the internet. 2024, and although it has never been verified, it has been suggested that well-known celebrities like Jay-Z are on this list. Beyoncé, J.Lo, Ellen's DeGeneration, Oprah, and Ashton Kutcher. At Diddy's crazy gatherings, Leonardo DiCaprio and even some politicians displayed horrible behavior.
Drake,
Oprah,
Oprah,
J-Lo,
J-Lo,
A-Rod,
A-Rod,
Will Smith,
Will Smith,
Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys,
That's pretty hit. Black King God, dude. Justin Bieber,
Justin Bieber,
Kevin Hart,
Kevin Hart,
Mark Wahlberg,
Mark Wahlberg,
Snoop,
Snoop,
DJ Khaled,
DJ Khaled,
Swiss Beats,
Beat,
Kelly Rowland,
Kelly Rowland,
Chris Brown,
Chris Brown,
Maluma,
Lupa,
Sheree,
Sheree,
Sierra,
Sierra,
Janelle Monáe.
and Monet,
Yeah, that's my sis right there. Lizzo,
Lizzo,
Megan Thee Stallion,
Megan Thee Stallion,
J Balvin,
Jay Balvin,
Naomi Campbell.
Naomi Campbell,
That's your auntie. Usher,
Usher,
Demi Lovato,
Demi Lovato,
Shaq and his whole family,
back in his whole family,
Tracy Ellis Ross,
Tracy Ellis Ross,
Little Uzi Vert,
Little Uzi Vert,
Sway Lee,
Sway Lee,
Rick Ross,
Rick Ross,
Julian Huff,
Julian Huff,
Diplo,
Diplo,
E-Nice,
Enoch,
Drea,
Leia,
Myrna Boy,
Burna Boy,
the show's third singer, Nicole Scherzinger, Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls. Say Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls.
Cat Dog,
That's right. Paris Goldman,
Cat Dog,
Cara Delevingne, Winnie Harlow, Prince Montana, and a bunch of big surprises that I can't tell you. Because they're so big, sometimes they get busy and they forget that they committed to answering the phone.
However, Catherine Austin Fitts went a step farther and said that these flames might have been intentionally started to hide some incredibly heinous crimes. Against the weakest ones, Fitts mentioned the infamous Franklin cover-up of 1988 and asserted that she has witnessed extreme measures employed in the past to address really unpleasant facts. When several well-known business people and politicians in Nebraska were charged with participating in a PBF file ring.
Story to tell that I'd like to tell. I have a wonderful subscriber, has been a subscriber for many years, Polly, and for the first time in his life, he read the Franklin cover-up last week. And I spoke to him last weekend, and he said, you know, I keep hearing you, he said, you get frustrated because people don't understand the importance of financial transaction freedom to their lives. And I hear you keep telling people who say, well, I don't have many assets, and if they take my assets, I don't care. And I hear you telling people, wait a minute, they can take your children. They can mandate health treatments to your children, and they can literally take your treatment. And he said, you need to understand that even though I've been a subscriber for 10 years, I didn't understand what you were saying. And he said, I don't think most people understand what you're saying. But I read the Franklin cover-up, which is one of the best highly documented cases of a pedophilia ring in America. And he said, now I understand what you mean. Now I understand what you mean when you say they'll take your children, and what that really means, and why financial transaction freedom is so very important to me and to you, because we cannot allow that to happen. So he said, you know, this is the first time that it really got to be personal. It really touched me in an intimate and visceral way. And, you know, and I've seen dreadful things done in the interest of covering up rings. And this is likely to include, you know, whenever you do an operation this big, you stack functions. So there's a lot of stacking functions going on, but it wouldn't surprise me if is one of those functions that's getting stacked here.
And this is when it becomes even more bizarre. Following some old remarks made by one of Diddy's accusers, Catherine Austin Fitts' charges are currently in the news. Allie informed her that Ally Carter had resumed making waves last year. followers on social media to keep their eyes and minds open since files or explosions might be used as a cover-up for the political elites and Hollywood's alleged crimes.
A third arrest that is coming. There's 2 that's already down. The world is going to crumble when they see this next arrest. In the meantime, there's going to be deaths, distractions, and fires to hide evidence. Watch for it, ask questions, demand answers. Watch for those fires. Explosions make fires too. Explosions make accidental fires too. And then, oops, we don't know how that happened. And then you look into it and you see that it's tied to something that's tied to something that's tied to something that's tied to trafficking. And then you realize, oh, it wasn't just an explosion or a fire. It wasn't an accident.
And now Ali is back in the spotlight, telling everyone, "I told you so," and asserting that none of these celebrities are coincidental. Just as Diddy's alleged co-conspirators began to be named in his lawsuits, houses were being devastated by fires.
Is it? Because didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all there will be an accidental explosion? Accidental fire? And the next thing you know, celebrities' homes would be on fire. Things would be on fire. I pray for the people in its path, but I also pray that it exposes the things that it needs to expose.
Now, it's intriguing that Ali Carter made multiple references to explosives in her videos because a few days prior, during a live coverage in the Pacific Palisades, shows that while the fires in Los Angeles continue to spread, multiple unexplained explosions were captured on video.
It is still an inferno out here. You can see just how strong the flames. Oh, whoa, and you heard that explosion there. This is the back of a home here, trees up in flames at the moment. The flames spreading to the home here again, the 800 block of Radcliffe Avenue. Of course, we want to keep our distance, but we're hearing some bangs going on. We obviously don't know what's exploding.
As well as another video that went viral on social media that purported to depict a massive explosion in Pasadena, California, which swiftly turned into a fire. This is where things get even wilder, though, as some fans are claiming that a coded message Diddy himself sent during a purported leak call from jail is a crucial component of this jigsaw. Many believe that Diddy ordered him to delete the evidence when he directed him to get rid of the pizza boxes with his son.
Yo, listen, do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes.
The what?
All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes.
Okay.
Make sure you recycle the plastic like we talked about.
Yeah.
In the meantime, more people on social media are voicing their support for the hypothesis that the fires were started to conceal the proof that the A-list celebrities were connected to a high-level PBF ring.
Tonight, the man who terrorized people at a crowded D.C. pizza shop back in 2016 has died. Edgar Madison Welch was shot and killed Monday by police in Kannapolis, North Carolina, after he pulled out a gun during a traffic stop. 8 years ago, the so-called Pizzagate gunman entered Comet Ping Pong in Northwest with a revolver and rifle. He was searching for a non-existent child ring, which he learned about from a right-wing conspiracy website. Welch was sentenced to prison and released back in 2021.
This happened 2 hours ago, or it was reported 2 hours ago. Let's break this video down a little bit.
8 years ago, the so-called Pizzagate gunman entered Comet Ping Pong in Northwest with a revolver and rifle. He was searching for a non-existent child ring.
Interesting that they just had to include those words, a non-existent child's ring. Why? Why not just say he was searching for a child's ring?
He learned about from a right-wing conspiracy website.
And of course, you just had to add that too, right? Of course, he learned about it from a right-wing conspiracy website. Duh. So let me get this straight. Just as all of Hollywood, basically all of Hollywood, burns to the ground, the conspiracy theory that is most associated with Hollywood and elites and celebrities pops up again out of nowhere because the person who allegedly went in looking for it, and by the way, didn't shoot anybody, he shot at the ground and then walked out and turned himself in. That person is shot and killed. It is pretty coincidental that this is right around the time where the Diddy stuff started coming out, Jay-Z, we still don't have any clues on the Epstein client list. All this stuff that seems to be happening, that seems to be exposing a lot of what we've been talking about for the last, who knows, freaking 8 years now. Just kind of weird that all of Hollywood burns to the ground right as all this stuff is starting to be exposed.
However, it's not just everyone on the internet asking questions about these fires. Some celebrities are even implying that something about these flames appears strange. They may not be as naturally occurring as the authorities first stated. In an Instagram story post, Chris Brown stated that people that ignite these fires shouldn't add up to other people, such as actor Henry Winkler. Days of Our Lives star Allison Sweeney also asserted that an arsonist was responsible for the fires, while P. the Murgatroyd, a Dancing with the Stars pro, posted a screenshot of an X post that was read Southern California's Los Angeles. At least 5 men are putting out fires while wearing ski masks, so keep a watch out. Andrew, a neurologist and podcaster, is also present. In the Santa Monica neighborhood, Huberman posted a picture of a group of individuals standing suspiciously near what appeared to be a just-started fire. He captioned the photo, saying, "Individuals saw this firsthand at 302 Pico in Monica, where people were setting fires in typically non-burning urban areas. The police and fire department reacted, so keep safe and phone in any activity as soon as possible because we don't need any more flames out here." The theory that the California fires are intentionally started to remove evidence that implicates the Hollywood elites has gained currency for. For a variety of reasons, it could seem like a conspiracy idea, but when you dig deeper, you'll find some odd elements that make people wonder about everything. A few instances, the peculiar behavior of the fires has been one of the first things people have observed, and some are drawing comparisons to the 2018 Malibu fire when specific regions, such as the mansions of. Many people think that these fires may have been deliberately organized because famous celebrities were totally destroyed, but nearby homes were left intact with very little damage. To destroy buildings owned by persons who have secrets, and another important consideration is the timing of the fires, which appear to start right before significant Hollywood scandals. Headlines, such as the 2018 Malibu fire case involving Harvey Weinstein or the current accusation against Diddy and his famous pals, you don't need to believe in conspiracies to recognize that. The timing seems off. Many social media users are now claiming that these fires could be precisely timed to destroy evidence, including financial records, court documents.
Conspiracy theorist, but there is no way that 8 different fires starting within a period of 48 hours in LA is due to climate change. You want to tell me that insurance companies canceling people's policies in these areas over the past few months, officials cutting firefighting funding, emptying water reservoirs, and being more concerned about sending aid to another country is just coincidence? Okay.
Whereas some claim that this is just another egregious land grab, drawing comparisons between the Maui wildfires of 2023. A user said those fires were purposeful. Since insurance companies are unable to pay, Maui also wants to get rid of the original homeowners. Out these tens of millions of doll homes for their true value, speculators purchase the land from cash-strapped individuals and then construct apartments while pointing the finger onto. A growing number of people are beginning to express that there is something strange happening with these fires, regardless of the true cause, which is climate change. Seems less like a random accident these days, and there is a growing suspicion that these flames are being purposefully maintained in particular places. The targeting of particular neighborhoods is becoming apparent to the public. Some are unaffected, which is supporting the notion that these fires may be a component of a more comprehensive cover-up. And to finish it all, people close to Katt Williams, claimed that Katt foresaw this kind of incident would occur in the past. He even began the fires. It was said that Katt warned his inner circle that a catastrophic catastrophe would occur to remove the proof before even more well-known figures were connected to the Diddy scandal. But Katt claims that this isn't just about Diddy. He thinks it's far larger and involves some extremely strong people behind the scenes who are far more powerful than Diddy and are anxious to prevent anyone from looking too closely into those claims regarding. What do you think about the allegation that the fires are connected to Diddy in some way, notwithstanding Ali Carter's warnings about the alleged trafficking ring? Do you trust the supposed forecast made by Al Carr and Katt that this is all a crazy conspiracy, or is there a secret goal that we aren't seeing? Perhaps the fires were started on purpose to erase the evidence. Don't forget to leave a remark below and watch this following video.